But I got Drench updated and I'm ready. Yay. Wait, what happened to... No. Oh no, I accidentally closed a window I didn't want to close. Oops.
And now on a failed DC 20, it's they're feared for 1d4 round.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. As soon as I hear Grim, then. Any moment now.
You did say BRB 5 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's been about 5 minutes or so.
Alright, I'm back.
Alright, welcome back.
Just needed to get some food. A little chicken starving.
No worries. Okay, so it is morning of day 32. What do you guys do?
I paint
We're feeling
to
all nice and
feel
dandy.
good
We go
again.
back to the caravanserai and make sure our dude is okay. And get ready to go face the mad poet.
Alright.
Okay. Oh, you guys are gonna go jump right into it.
We are?
I mean, is there anything else we'd want to do?
That question is up to you guys.
I can't think of any reason why we wouldn't want to do that.
This is what I was expecting you guys were gonna do, which is why I was like, we can't do this without everyone.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm pretty sure we do that.
Okay.
Okay, so that day goes by fairly uneventful. Skywind says that we should be approaching some river fisher villages that I can see about dropping off our freed.
All right.
But yeah, that night comes, and you guys perform the ritual, and you go back to the caravans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it seems like this time the Yellow King is waiting for you close to the entrance.
Okay.
And he welcomes you back, and of course gives you 1,000 more thanks for his rest.
Mm-hmm.
And the caravanserai actually is not as dark as it used
Is the moon farther away now?
Did we tell him to leave? I guess.
What?
Why would they be farther?
for a reason you can't really seem to explain. The
Am I
caravanserai
supposed
is
to be able to
back
see
to
the whole
being bright
map?
and sunny. Oh, did I do the wrong thing?
Maybe. I can even see this thing in the bottom that I'm probably not supposed to be able to see. There's like a palm tree. All right. So yeah, I guess we're ready to go whenever he is. We have all the offerings that he told us to get.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. If you tell him that you're ready to go see the Yellow King, the Mad. Oh, yeah, it's on you. Okay. He says, well, then let us not tarry any. He gestures for all of you to follow him, and he says that I will be your guide through the desert.
Right.
And as you, so long as you agree to set out with him, he hands all of you some of these hollowed out gourds, but they are stoppered and filled with a fluid, which he says this will make the journey much more enjoyable and free us from the oppression.
Huh.
And he opens one up and drinks it himself.
What is
And
this?
he licks and smacks his lips and says, "Ah, refresh."
What? Is it magic? Is it like a potion?
He says, "Yes, my friend."
I'll spellcraft it.
Okay. Yeah, it seems like it's filled with a potion of endure element.
Okay, that's what I figured it probably was, but so yeah, I'll take one too then.
Sure.
Okay. And he offers one to the unicorn as well.
Oh, to the unicorn.
Yeah, I mean it's following.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll drink too. Since
All right,
they...
and he holds one up for Drench as well.
Oh. Oh, he's excited. He's included.
But when he unstoppers the gourd, does he drink?
Drink the endure elements.
It's like asking a human to drink another person.
I don't think elementals technically have mouths.
I think they can still drink potions, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. He just absorbs it into it.
Yeah.
Like, he might just dump it on his head or something.
Yeah,
It just
bathe
gets
in it.
absorbed into him.
Yeah. That works. Alright.
Oh, no, they cannot benefit from potions, but he doesn't know that.
Oh.
Elementals do not eat, breathe, or sleep.
Right. Which means they can't drink a potion?
They can't drink a potion or receive its benefits. Their bodies don't. They don't ingest or like digest or absorb.
Oh shit, is it hot here?
Well, because like as you guys start to travel out, it does get very because it's
he's
this
gonna be
open
uncomfortable,
death.
yeah. Does anybody have that spell?
Nope.
Not prepared.
Yeah.
I think it's in my spell book. Maybe.
Well, he's just gonna have to tough it out. Maybe be fatigued or whatever.
Actually, no, I don't even have it in my spell book. I just don't have it.
So yeah, Drench is uncomfortable, but he doesn't get like dangerously hot. It's just
Yeah.
like traveling on the sand and stuff is like, eh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, indeed. He misses the days when he can just go into me.
And as you guys take this journey by the Yellow King asks you all about your about all these crazy dream quests you went on and how they all went.
They went okay.
Yeah, well.
Okay, you say. Oh,
Yeah.
that is very surprising.
We
And
did
he
watch
says,
a civilization get destroyed by a great old.
a great old one, you say. Oh, that is very surprising. And he keeps asking you to elaborate on these things. And if you indulge him, then he'll keep up the conversations, but it's obvious to all of you that one of the reasons well, you know that he's a talkative person, but you sense that he's actually keeping up these conversations and tangents because it seems like his body language is telling you that he's nervous.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll keep
Like
up the
he walks
conversation to
with
try and
like
put
an
him at
even
ease.
more exaggerated gait than you.
Huh.
You have like like imagine the you know those scenes from the Lord of the Rings where the Fellowship is like crossing over those beautiful like New Zealand mountains and stuff like that, except the guy at the front is like a Ministry of Silly-Walk.
Okie dokie.
That's what your journey looks like. But this journey takes about 6 hours. And as you reach a large dune, the Yellow King stops and he gathers you all over to him so that he may talk quietly.
Oh.
Okay.
And he says, "Well, my friends, just over this dune lies the abode of the mad poet himself. He
Okay.
takes off his hat and he bows and says, "Oh, I wish all of you luck, but not that you need it. It seems you've done marvelously, having braved the wrath of a great old one, negotiated with royalty, outwitted hags." But yes, he says a lot of encouraging things to you guys, and he backs up away from the dune and just kind of gestures.
Oh, I'll go ahead and cast my spell. Including freedom.
Yeah, I cast freedom of movement and magic vestment on myself.
And here you go, Fingrim. You get heroism.
Yay, heroism.
Aw, I just have my water shield out. Yay. My hands are ready. Watch out.
I'll use a potion of bark skin.
Wait, do I have potions? Let me double check that. No.
It's the only one that I have that's
No, I
like
don't.
long-ish duration, 30 minutes.
Uh,
Everything else I have is like too short. All my spells are short, so like minutes per level, so I'm not gonna bother with those. But
I go walk over the dune after I've cast some buffs, so I can have all of my eyes peeled.
Okay, let me move you guys to that map. Actually, before I move you, I'll just kind of explain what you. So you cross over the dune, and what you see is a glistening pool that lies in the valley between three other dunes. A small wooden hut stands near the water, and an immense tree shades the pool and the with large lumpy fruits hanging near the ground. And a hum reverberates around the oasis.
I'll go ahead and put on my gem of true seeing onto one of my eyeballs. And I guess we'll start making our way towards the hut.
mm.
You need to reveal the area.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that. Let me get you guys, let's see, into where you might be. Let's see, that looks like the kind of position you guys might.
I like how Monsters Physique 2 lists all the different abilities you can get if the form has like one of these abilities. When you transform into it, you get it. And it lists a whole bunch of like general stuff you would see, right? Climb 60 feet, fly 60 feet, swim 60 feet, dark vision, scent, freeze, grab, leap attack, pounce. Pounce is pretty good. But then it has speak with sharks. Turn into something with speak with sharks, you get it. I don't even know what has that, but
Sahagin.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it's just in there probably only for that. Because I can't imagine that that's a common thing that things have speak with sharks.
Yeah, it probably does look funny.
Alright. Here we go.
All right.
I'll go up to the door and I'm gonna cast Bardic Knock on it.
Well,
Scroll.
as you guys walk up,
Oh, okay.
Fix
you
my-
you guys might look to this tree, and there is something noticeable about that. As you get closer, you see these lumpy fruits on this tree start to like resemble something. Each of these fruits bears an uncanny resemblance to a human head.
Hmm.
Uncanny.
Are
you
they
say.
our heads?
You could go closer and check.
Oh yes. Go
Sure, I'll go
closer.
closer and check. Pretty sure they are, at least some of them are.
I'll move up and check too. Why not? I ain't scared yet.
Okay. You guys, I see Kudu and Sister Maria is checking this.
Cormac will move up too and check.
And yeah, you see that these fruits do indeed bear resemblance to human heads. A actually striking resemblance. Oh,
Exit.
I don't think connecting and disconnecting actually help.
Oh, it's helping. Trust me, he becomes disembogulated and I can't even understand him, and then I rejoin and he's clear as daylight, so it's helping.
It
Okay,
fixes
clicking
it at
over
least
here again.
temporarily until it breaks again.
Yeah, until it breaks. again.
okay. So yeah, as you guys approach and you look, yes, all of these fruit bear a very striking resemblance to heads. And as you look at them, you can't help but notice that this tree is bearing a number of fruit that is disturbingly equal to the number of you there. Or at least the number of you that started this adventure.
Oh. I guess
There are
Drench is
5
safe.
fruit. 5 fruit, and you are seeing your faces in these fruit.
Okay, yeah, Kudu backs up. She's a little freaked out.
However, all of you need to give me a will save.
What? I didn't go look at the fruit.
Well, I did.
Well,
and that's probably
You
all
need to
that
give
mattered.
him a will save anyway.
Sorry.
Tribe mentality may or may not come into effect here. So
I may or may not roll twice, so let me just.
I think it does not come into effect.
I'm not gonna use my Iron Will.
Actually, my will save would be too higher than that too from heroism. I don't have a buff for that built in.
That's just on you, though, right? Yeah. Single spell. I guess I was here when I
Okay,
rolled the will save.
28, 17, 6, 25, 20.
So 22 because it's heroism.
Okay. So, Kudu, were you looking at one of these?
Yeah.
Okay. And Drench was with you.
Yeah, but George wasn't looking at it, but yeah, he was behind me.
Drench's head isn't up there though.
No.
No, it's not. And Cormac's 25, Fingram's 22. Okay, so it seems like Kudu's the only one that fails the save.
Oh.
And she's close to it, too.
Well, at least just me. And drench. Maybe drench. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay. Kudu.
Yeah.
You are compelled
Oh.
to
Eat the fruit.
immediately grab your head fruit and eat.
Ow. I'm thinking, is this gonna hurt as I do this? Alright.
Nah.
I eat it. I might flinch a little bit thinking that it might hurt as I see my face
I
going.
get startled by that and back up. Like, what the?
It's fine.
Okay, you eat the fruit, and it is a very delicious fruit. It's sweet. Sweeter than anything you've ever tasted. You're enjoying it, and you want to keep eating it. However, you do take 1 point of wisdom drain.
Oh. Worse things have happened. Okay, that's fine.
It's a good thing we can now use the scrolls of psychic surgery.
Yeah, I just need to use monstrous physique too and turn into a doppelganger.
Alright. Well, I am less wise. Wasn't the wisest. Just lucky. But now I am even more less
That was
wise.
slightly unsettling.
Did it taste good? Like, what did it taste
Oh
like?
no, it tastes great.
Yeah,
Oh,
great.
okay. Well, you know.
It was really good.
And all you want to do is just keep eating it.
Oh, well, I mean... Does it drain me more if I do that? Hopefully not. Please, no.
Well, what do you guys do? Do you guys stick around?
Let's. I think we just move past it.
Oh.
Okay, well, Kudu is gonna sit there and keep eating this fruit.
Yeah,
Does it
Maybe
look
I'll
like
wait.
Kudu's like being harmed by eating this fruit? Because if it doesn't, then maybe it's a weird catfolk thing. I'm not.
She looks like she's really enjoying this. She's sitting down and eating
On
it.
a
and
sense motive.
She
Do
might
I
be
think
telling
this
you
is
like it
something
tastes
that She
great.
would do on her own, or is she being compulsed to do so?
Okay. You definitely sense that she is under some kind of compulsion.
I'm fine. It's
I
pretty good.
am going
And
to
she
attempt.
takes another point of wisdom drain.
I am going to attempt to
following
steal the
round.
fruit.
Hey! This is mine!
And she doesn't want to let go of it.
Give me a second to turn power attack off.
So rude.
Does that beat your CMD?
Oh, I guess I'm flat-footed. Let me go. 18? You meet.
Aha! I got it!
Dang it. What do I do? Am I still compelled to do something about that, or?
Not quite. Well, you still have the like compulsion to keep eating it, but something else is going to happen because not only are you unhappy with that, but the tree is also unhappy.
Oh, you gone and messed up.
You attacked.
God,
You
pissed off the tree.
You made the tree mad. Now I gotta fight it.
Your problem, not mine. I'm friends with the tree.
Because that hum you were hearing before starts to get a lot louder, and this whole thing starts to angrily drone and hum.
Oh, my feet finally turns on! Oh.
So you can all roll
my
initiatives.
feet finally turns on. As long as somebody's attacking it next to me. I'm flanking with the.
Can this thing even be flanked? It might have.
Alright, roll initiative.
It has like multiple faces all over the place. Maybe it can't be flanked.
Is it in the right square? Jeez.
Yes, it is in the right square. This is a huge creature.
I guess we're in its squares then, huh?
No, you're right next to it. I put it right. Are you? I hope you're seeing the right thing that I'm seeing.
I don't know. I Roll20 said it lagged earlier, but I don't know how it's doing now. I don't know. I'm trying to. Oh,
tree.
fuck. Yeah, now I see it huge in the correct. Yeah, okay. Weird.
Oh God. Initiative roll.
Don't worry, I'm eating fruit. Well, was.
Not anymore.
Jerk. Do you want to find out if I have claws or not?
I think I know you don't.
I could now, maybe. You never know. No, definitely not.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
These faces are like drool.
It's its turn. Its droning is very loud. Everybody must give me a will save.
Droning.
Sure.
Droning.
It emits a low, persistent hum that begins to unnerve people who.
I may or may not have pack. Drive mentality, I mean.
Right, okay.
Let's see, the unicorn's will is +8. Alright, 18, 20, 22, 23, 23. Okay. Luckily, nobody is unnerved by its drone. But it is still going to do stuff.
Yeah, it's probably pissed at.
Yeah, it's going to attack you.
Well, bye, sister.
It is
Mary.
going to slam you. Try to slam you. Okay, the first slam I think actually misses with a 19. Even
That
does
does
that hit you,
miss.
your flat foot? Okay. The second attack is 29.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, you're gonna take 14 points of damage, and then you see this like horrifying maw open up at the base of the tree, and it tries
It tries to what now?
to bite you. This
Oh, okay.
horrifying maw opens up at the base of the tree that was just hidden and concealed. Another 29.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, you're going to take that is 14 points of damage.
Okie dokie.
And that's all it does right now.
Stupid tree.
Fengram.
It's probably like knowledge nature for this, and I don't have knowledge nature, so I don't know what the fuck.
You
I don't
can see if it's knowledge plane
I'll try knowledge planes, but
or SDM can roll.
I don't
knowledge.
have high hopes. Wait, where is it at? I gotta hit a different button for knowledges, don't I? Maybe. What? Where are my knowledges? All right, here we go. And if that doesn't tell me anything, then I'll just take my turn like normal.
Ow, ouch. Yeah, that does not tell you.
Right?
All you know that it's a plant.
Hmm. I don't even see the Yellow King, so I'm assuming that he ran off somewhere.
Oh no,
yeah,
he's-
definitely did.
he's behind the dune over here.
Yeah.
And from above the dune, it crests a thumbs.
All right. I cast haste on everyone, including the unicorn and Drench.
He's rooting for you. He's over here. He's just sure as hell not getting close to that thing.
I don't know what this thing's reach is. I'll 5-foot step though to like here as I cast it, so I think that's probably out of its reach.
Okie dokie. You guys have
Yeah.
haste.
Yep. Haste on the whole party.
Cormac.
And I'll be, other than like activating my stance, that's the only thing else I'll do.
So me, I will 5-foot back, and he's going to cast a flame strike at this thing.
Defensively?
Okay. Are you gonna cast it? Yeah, you're gonna cast it defensively.
Actually, I'll move back more. I forgot this thing has reach.
Well,
gonna
if you
get
move
attack
back any
anyway,
more, it might still
You can
attack
move more
you.
than 5 feet.
Yeah.
Which might be better, because at least that way you don't have to worry about concentrating,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, he'll keep going. How far would I think this thing's reach is?
You're not sure.
You should. You
But
should
it is
pummel it in
huge.
melee with me. Give me the flank bonus.
It's probably at least 15 feet, maybe 20 feet.
He'll move up to like right next to Fingram. He's gonna cast Flame Strike.
We're going to get attacked first, though.
Yeah.
I don't know if this thing has grab, too. That's the other thing. So, I guess you have freedom of movement anyway, so yeah, you'll just take damage, possibly.
Okay, then it's going to take an attack opportunity on you. It's going to slam you.
Yeah.
One of its long tree branches reaches out to strike you, and that's going to be a 34.
Yep, that hits.
You take 15 points of damage. Sister
Alright.
Maria. Oh, sorry. You just doing your move.
Yeah, and then I cast Flame Strike on this.
Ooh, alright. You cast Flame Strike. It's a reflex save, right?
Yep.
Ooh, alright, it fails. Roll your damage.
Half of that's fire, half of that's untyped.
Well, the good news is it takes all of it.
Nice.
Alright, Sister Maria.
Well then. Can I knowledge that?
Sure. Go ahead and give me a knowledge nature.
Oh, well, I don't have that.
Then you'll have to rely on your intuition.
I might enhance my book with plant.
This is actually something I think that you probably know about.
Probably.
It comes from a folklore that I'm pretty sure you would know.
Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Even if it's from Japanese folklore, like I don't know enough about the like there are so many fucking monsters in Anyway, so I guess I will swift action enhance my book with plant bane.
Okay.
And I will full round it.
Okay. All of the attacks seem to hit. Give it some really good hits. All right, Kudu, it is your turn, and you're feeling a lot of different things right now.
Oh, okay.
First of all, you feel like you still really want that fruit,
All
but
right.
even just these few seconds of not feasting on this like succulent fruit is having an adverse effect on you, and you begin to feel very well, let's see how you begin to feel. Give me a fortitude save.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Unbeknownst to the Kudu, you have been poisoned. And this is a very strange poison.
Ah.
Because this one makes you confused for
Oh,
one
great.
round. Give me a 1d100 as you begin to hallucinate from lack of.
You get +10 to that, though, or -10.
It's
or whatever
already
it was.
built into my
Yeah, you got
code.
it in there.
Oh no, she babbles incoherently.
Yep, she does. Does Drench do anything?
Oh, well, he, like, failed just as much as she did. Like, he rolled really bad. Maybe you got them mixed up? Drench rolled... Well, no. Wait. It was further up, wasn't it?
Drench didn't eat any
Yeah,
fruit.
he doesn't want to eat the fruit because he
Okay,
can't.
Drench.
okay. Then, well... He's gonna take a total defensive stance and try to assess the situation.
Okay. And its turn. It's going to try to smash Sister Maria some. Here comes the 2 slams. One of these is definitely a miss, but does a 27 hit?
27 hits.
Okay, the other one misses. It's an 18.
Okie dokie.
You're gonna hit for 11 points of damage, and it's gonna try and bite you again. I think that's a miss. That's a 17.
Oh yeah, that misses.
All right, Fingram.
I think I'm going to Storm Step here. Let me double check my range on it. 25 plus, so 50 feet is my range. So yeah, I can get here, or without hitting any allies. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna spell combat, Storm Step through over to here. And so this guy needs to make a reflex save. And if it has
Okay.
SR, I need to roll versus SR.
Oh, it rolled really good. 23.
All right. If it has SR, I don't do anything. 23 will make the save, so I'll take half.
Luckily, it does not have SI.
Okay, so it's going to take half of 5d6, I want to say. 5d8? Okay, it is 5d8. Takes half of that in electricity damage. I don't even know if electricity damage does anything to this, but...
Fortunately, it does.
Okay. And then...
Okie dokie. Oh, I need to change its color.
I can't
There we go.
remember. Can plants be staggered?
Can plants be staggered?
I don't see why not.
You can't try that this turn.
Yeah, I think I can try that this turn anyway, but that's... Yeah.
Well, you do know that this is a plant. You don't know what
Right.
the strengths of the
I can't
creatures
remember.
are, but you know what plant traits are, and you know that they are immune to mind-affecting effects, paralysis, poison, polymorph, sleep, and stunning, but not
Okay,
stab.
so stagger I could theoretically do. That's not going to
Under
be
most
this turn anyway.
circumstances.
Yeah, that won't be this turn anyway, but... so I'm going to hit it with the Sunblade. I don't think this thing is evil. Probably. It's probably neutral, but maybe it's evil.
Oh,
So I'm not going to put the
I
plus 2
realized
bonus
why
in
I did so little damage.
versus
I
enhancement
forgot to
bonus.
turn on power attack.
I'm just going to have the regular plus 2 enhancement bonus. It is not immune to flanking, is it?
You do not get your bonus to flank.
Darn. Okay. Well, it's very much less likely to hit then.
Let's just say that those heads are more than just.
Don't want to fight.
Yeah, they got utility.
Yeah, I'm fighting defensively. All right, so this is much less likely to hit then. I had a feeling that it was immune to flanking, but because of all the heads. But so first attack, 25.
A 25 that hits.
Okay, 10 slashing damage
Okay.
for a plus 2 short sword / bastard sword.
Okie dokie.
Like I said, I didn't put the enhancement bonus up for it being evil because I'm kind of unassuming it's not evil. So if it is evil, it's taking a little bit more damage. Take it by 2.
Well, your blade doesn't seem to be doing that increased damage.
Okay. Next attack. That one misses.
Yes.
This is gonna be a plus 4. Yeah. Wait. No, plus 3. $19?
Miss.
Alright, one more attack. Oh, that's actually off. Sorry, that should be a... I don't know why I'm giving it a -4. It should only be a -2. So that's actually a plus 5, and that's a 21.
Miss.
Okay. Hair attack.
Let.
This is bludgeoning damage. Counts as magical though.
Alright, you heard it for a little bit.
All right. That's it for my turn.
Cormac.
Cormac's gonna charge it. And
All right.
he's gonna use a destructive smite and also his pugnacious ability to make his weapon act as if it's one category size larger.
It's gonna provoke.
It is gonna provoke. It's gonna try and.
I know.
It's gonna bite you.
All right.
Let's see. This is probably going to hit 20.
What was that?
28.
That hits.
Okay. All right, you take 16 points of damage as it bites you. Oh no! Is that 19 like the whole thing with all the charge?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ouch. That misses.
It hit me for what? How much again? Sorry.
It was 16. Did you get that? 16?
Yeah, I got that.
All right, cool. Sister Maria, it is your turn.
Well, I don't know if this thing can be intimidated or not, so I'm gonna fool around it and I'm gonna try.
Ooh, wow. Those are all hits. All right, that's a lot of damage.
It's probably immune to it. It's immune to mind affecting.
Probably,
Yep,
but
you cannot intimidate.
darn.
It is not intimidated.
The plant knows no fear.
That's right. But the fear might not. Nope, it doesn't even. Okay, I need to see how bad this thing is. Your second attack takes it down. Do you take that haste attack on it still?
Yeah, fuck this thing.
Okay, then you effectively kill it. You bash it to splintery pieces with your book.
Nice one.
All right. But we gotta resolve this kudu thing.
Oh,
Kudu, you're so hungry for the fruit. You give me a fortitude save.
hungry. Okay. God, it's my best save.
Ah, all right, give me the 1d100
Oh.
fusion.
Oh no!
Oh no.
He has the fruit.
He took the fruit from me!
Yep, try and get that fruit.
Oh shit. Do I have to blast or unarmed?
No, you want the fruit. You're gonna do whatever
I'm
it takes.
gonna,
To get the
I'm
fruit.
gonna, I'm gonna CMB maneuver.
Yeah, attack him with the CMB. You want that fruit?
Bitch, gimme.
Nope.
No. Oh, okay, well, not this time.
All right, it's dead.
Don't worry, guys, I'm fine.
And let's see. I think it. I don't know. Like, does it lose this ability because it's dead?
Mm.
Because it just says any creature that begins its turn within 5 feet of it. I don't know. I think it loses this ability.
I don't think it gets the ability when it's dead.
But the fruit are still there. But now that it's dead, I don't think the entice effect works anymore. So Fingrim, what do you do?
I move over and tell Kudu to snap out of it and shake her shoulder or something.
No.
All right, Korvac.
Cormac will move up to like the same spot as like opposite side of Finger. Like right there, and he'll like do the same thing, kind of.
Okay, Sister Maria.
I drop the fruit over here
Oh,
and
perfect.
smash it.
I'm gonna go get it.
Smash it.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I smash it and I stomp it like into the sand.
You are so mean.
I know it's not
It's
something
for
that
your own
you're.
good.
It's for your own good. Like
The
I
cat's
know
like
should-
going crazy. Like, yeah!
You should have thrown in.
Like, what the hell, man?
Should have thrown it in the water.
Yeah, but Kudu can swim. Although Kudu's
Alright,
This is
well,
afraid of
true.
water.
Okay.
These guys have your hands on you, Kudu, and you want that fruit. Give me a fortitude save.
Oh, yeah, okay. Drench is just like, I'm staying out of this. Oh, fuck.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm giving in.
Well, they're kind of like, they put their hands on you. They're kind of like attacking you, so.
Yeah.
But they kind of have you held, so you want to get out of that grapple and go after. Even if it's mashed on the ground, you want some of its delicious goodness.
Ew. Okay, well, don't tell anyone.
Roll me a CMB or an escape artist.
Yeah. Is this like that Friends episode where they drop the cheesecake in the hallway and then they just eat it off the floor all day? What is it? A fortitude or a will?
A
What'd you say?
CMB or a.
Oh, CMB.
Yeah, because they're kind of holding on to you now.
Oh, yeah. No, stop it. Okay, well. Yeah.
All right, she's violently trying to get out of this.
I didn't say I was grabbing.
He's holding.
I'm gonna
Oh, I
join
assume
in
that's
on the
what you guys were
grapple.
doing.
Yeah, I didn't roll like a CMB to grapple, but
All right, well, with 3 of you, I think that's enough to actually keep her restrained. But yeah, Kudu, after like 7 more rounds of fighting through like this hysteria and like withdrawal of the fruit, it eventually the feeling goes away, but you still don't feel very. You feel sick from eating the fruit. It's not like a actual status sickness, but like yeah, like now like you're actually starting to taste what it
Like,
really
what was
tasted
I
like, and it's
doing? Why did you let me do it?
yeah, your stomach feels all upside down and stuff.
Alright.
And the unicorn comes over. It tips its horn over towards Sister Maria and the Cormac. It's gonna heal you.
no.
It's gonna give Sister Maria a cure moderate wound. There we go. Heals you for 14, and it's gonna give a cure light to Cormac. There you go. Better.
What?
Oh no! It was you damaged yourself.
Uh-oh.
There we go.
What?
I don't know. Somehow he damaged himself. But
I
with this
pressed plus 14 and it set my health to 14.
with this terrifying
Nice.
tree dead, what do you guys do? Oh, and out of character, it's a
Yeah, I figured that out.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
It that initial like wave of will saves was okay. So there were 2 of you that were looking directly at the fruits. So that was to see if you are compelled to grab and eat the fruit. Everyone else who was further than that, it was a will save versus its intoxicating stench. If more of you had failed, you would have been compelled to move towards the Jimenju. And luckily, only Kudu failed. So
Yeah.
Pretty good will
Yay,
saves.
me.
Made that fight fairly
Oh,
easy.
man.
It was also actually a good idea that Cormac and Fingrib did not try to melee attack this thing like first off, because if you are within 5 feet of the Jumenju at the beginning of your turn, you have to save against the enticing head fruits.
So it was good that I waited until a turn where I could full attack it.
Yep.
I guess.
And because Sister Maria was close to them when it first happened, and he saved, he's immune to the head fruit for 24 hours.
Right. But who knows if I would have been as lucky.
Oh, yeah. If it would have gotten more of you guys, it could have been pretty bad. Because, yeah, once you start eating that fruit, you are compelled to keep eating it. And multiple bites cause multiple doses of this poison. But anyway, yep. What do you guys do?
That was interesting. Hopefully the poet won't be too mad that we knocked out his orc. We have gifts.
We kill this tree. We killed your tree, sir.
It tried to kill us too. We were just defending ourselves.
He would say, yes, it does that.
So I'm gonna go up and knock on this door. Cast Bardic Knock.
Bardic knock, what?
Yeah. I'm gonna go up and knock on the door.
Yeah, it's
With the
Bardic
knock spell?
No, the
No.
Bardic Knock.
With Bardic Knock. I
Bardic
go up to the
Knock.
door
Haven't
and
you
I
seen
rap
that video
on it.
Cormac's
before?
gonna use a third level spell to heal himself.
Okay.
Bardic Knock. So
What is
it was
Bardic knock?
the Bardic Knock is a video where he basically talks as a bard. He's like, I'm gonna cast Bardic Knock, and the party's like, what? What's Bardic Knock? And he's like, well, I'll show you. And he walks up and he knocks on the door, and like the trolls or whatever the inside the door are like, huh? And they come open the door, and then he like attacks the troll. It's like Bardic Knock. It unlocks doors.
Very silly.
Yeah, he's like, it only works. It doesn't always work, and you probably won't get away with it too many times because, yeah.
You
It's
really
really
should have
really small.
used this image for the tree.
Which image?
I'm pasting it in chat.
No.
Well, I used what they gave me.
They had, like, it had little heads and stuff on the fruit. Yeah. Alright.
That image is much cuter.
Cute? I don't think it's supposed to be cute.
Yeah, but maybe it should have been.
Oh.
What the fuck is this?
They're heads. They're little faces on the fruit.
But what is this? Is this supposed to be actually something?
It's what we just fought.
Is it from like a really bad game?
No, it's just somebody's like
Did you
cute
just make that?
drawing of this yokai, this monster thing.
Well, maybe if I run this again next. And my players want a cute plant.
No. Just mantis.
Okay,
It's
so
always just mantis.
you guys open this door. Or you knock on the door, right?
I knock on the door.
Yeah, you don't just open it, you knock on it.
Hmm.
Alright, so this ancient looking hut is made of flimsy slats of wood sealed together with mud and has been sun-baked into a uniform grayish color. There's a wooden bench that stands near the door, and the shutters to the only window are... When you approach and knock on the door, you get a response. A man opens the door, and you notice this man is he's clutching a thick tome under one arm. And he lifts an eyebrow, and then his expression softens as if he recognizes you. And I will show you the man that you. This guy.
That looks way too normal.
No, this is the dude you see. This is him from the book.
Yeah, I've seen this picture before, or I've seen a picture of this guy somewhere.
Might be on the cover.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, hello there.
He says, "Ah, Elias, was it? And Cormac, Fingrim, Kudu, and some
Yeah.
friends of yours knew what has happened to the other one."
She's on a boat.
She
Safe.
has issues with sleeping. Dreams don't come easy to her.
Well, you've caught me at an opportune time, but I am a busy man. Why have you come back?
So, out of character powwow, why the hell are we here?
We're following the footsteps of Lowls, right?
Yep.
Lowls.
And also trying to figure out what happened to our memories.
Well, I guess you guys care about that. Okay, we're following in the footsteps of Hasserton Mole. Probably to, yeah.
Yeah, I'll
And that's what you
explain.
tell him.
Yeah, I'll explain that we woke up a while back, about a month ago now, I guess, right? But that we woke up without our memories, and that we've sort of retraced our footsteps, and that's led us here.
Okay. Yeah, there he is. Okay. You tell him that, and he says, "Well then, what is it that is most pressing to you right now? That you seem to have lost your employee?"
Well, I don't really know much. Like I said, I don't have my memories, so I don't know if I should be concerned about Hasserton Lulz or not. He doesn't seem like a particularly nice man.
He strokes his
Well-
beard, and he thinks for a moment, and he says, "Ah, I understand now. Yes, it all makes sense. You do not remember much of what happened here, do you?"
No.
I'd argue I don't remember any of it.
Nothing.
He kind of laughs a bit
Oh.
and says,
I guess I'm losing the title of cap. No, I still have the boat. I can give him the captain's tricorn without renouncing my title of captain. I take my captain's tricorn off of my head and I place it on his.
You try to place it on his head.
I try to place it on his head.
He looks at you as you produce the tricorn, and he doesn't seem to stop you. He lets you put it on top of his turban, and he just lets out a raucous laugh. Ah ha ha ha! Oh. Gifts. You have brought gifts, haven't you?
We were told that we should.
He sweeps his hand across the bench. He says, "Ah, then, do not keep me waiting."
Oh man.
And he politely takes off the tricorn and just sets it aside on the bed.
Okay. I guess we'll pull out the other things, like the mottled fur and the frog idol thing.
Yep.
I don't remember all of them off the top of my head, so I'm just kind of going off memory.
Viscount signet ring, feline tail of blue and purple mottled fur, skull of ghoul royalty, green stone idol of a wizard of a water lily, aka the Bokrug idol,
Mhm.
Night Hag's
Mhm.
heartstone. I already gave him the captain's tricorn and the red webbed foot from. Ugh.
Okay. You placed out all 7 gifts.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks pleased. He takes his leather-covered book and he actually extends it to all of you. And as you can more clearly see it, it is quite an ominous looking book.
Almost looking what now?
An ominous looking book.
Okay.
It's heavy, and the front of it looks just time worn, but you know that there must be something within it, some kind of knowledge that this man is normally like quite grudgingly holding on to, yet here he's simply handing it to you now. And he says, "Yes, oh, your hard work deserves a reward." And he holds it to all of you. Do you take it?
Sure.
Not it,
Okay.
but they will.
All right, well, he hands it to you, Fingrim, and he asks you, "What do you value most?" And he gives you a follow-up. Oh, sorry. He asks not what you value the most. He says, "What do you rely upon the most? Might, quickness, health, thought, understanding, or influence?"
Thought, I think. Like he'll say, like, I used to think that was physical might, but lately I believe that my wits are the only thing that have kept me alive, and
Okay.
the only reason I stand here before you.
All right, then he puts his hand on the book, but he doesn't do anything. Instead, he is gesturing for you to
For me to do what now? Discord.
open it.
Okay.
Sorry, yeah.
Well, he'll do it then, I guess.
All right, you open it,
Tentatively
and
open
you
the book.
see you see pages of that are just riddled with all kinds of with just all sorts of information.
All right.
You read and rifle through a few of the pages, and eventually those pages just become blank. And you look up at him, and suddenly he's holding the book again, and there's nothing in your hands. But you feel smart.
Okay.
You gain a +2 bonus to your intelligence.
Okay. Is this an innate
This is
bonus?
permanent.
Okay. Ability score permanent.
Let's see who's closer. Sister Maria already has a book right now, so he hands the book to Cormac.
Sucker.
So, who'll say what were the choices again?
Which ability score?
You want
not
wisdom.
intelligence.
And he says, "You tell me, what do you rely upon the most?"
Wisdom.
I know wisdom. I'm trying to think of what he used, what term he used. But he'll say, I use my wisdom or my knowledge of past events. Make smart choices.
Lies on his lived experiences.
There you go.
Yep, basically. He'll open the book if he touches it.
Okay. You open the book. You also see pages of information of esoteric knowledge, and soon your pages also turn blank, and you blink and feel like, yes, like you do understand more. And as you blink, the book is back within his hands. And you gain a +2 bonus to your wisdom. He walks to Kudu, extends the book, and he says to you, "The choice is now yours. What do you rely upon the most?"
I don't think I need more of what I rely upon.
Okay, then he takes the book back.
I'll, yeah, I wish to be, smarter.
He says, "You should have said that sooner before you said you didn't need any."
He is a mad poet.
So I guess more wisdom.
He says, "Perhaps that is what you need, so you have time to think about what it is you're going to say." So he pushes the book back into your hands, and he cackles bad.
Oh, gee.
You open the book.
Yeah.
All right. You flip through the pages, and you do begin to tingle a little. And before you know it, the book is gone back into his hands.
Oh my.
You don't even see it leave. Your eyes just leave it for a moment, and he's holding it again. And you gain a +2 bonus to your wisdom.
Yay. Alright, and that's permanent?
It is permanent.
Surprised you didn't take
Sweet.
Constitution,
Okay.
because I think it was any ability score.
I don't need to though. Like,
You can use this to increase anything.
Yeah, no, I guess increasing the wisdom will help your will saves, so that's
yeah.
pretty decent.
And he looks at you, Sister Maria,
It'll also give me access to more feats later.
and he says, "That book you have, where did you find it?"
I wrote it.
He says, "You wrote it." He says, "I find that hard to believe." Oh my. Although I am abound with knowledge that was never meant for the eyes of man, I do remember seeing a tome just like yours. Yes. A tome were men devoted to, what is it? I believe they called it the Holy Spirit.
Oh, are you also a follower of Jesus Christ?
Oh. Now you gone and done it.
Cormac,
His mouth like turns into a grin, and he nods his head and he says, "Yes, although where I come from, he has a different name."
Blasphemy.
What name is that?
He says, "Ah, yes, to my people he is Muhammad."
Oh god. Uh-oh.
Well, glad to make an acquaintance of a fellow member of a fellow person of the book. And he puts his book under one of his arms and reaches out to shake his hand.
He shakes your hand, but he gestures to also give you his book, and he's, "You look at yours, you look at mine, I look at yours."
Sure. If you'll give it back.
He says, "If you promise, you will too."
Of course. I hand him my book and I take a look at the Quran.
Oh, it's not the Quran.
Oh.
This is, you guys will find out what you're looking at.
Oh, okay.
But he
Cormac-
looks at your book, and he actually seems quite fascinated with it.
And my answer is might.
His eyes get big and wide as he looks at. What was that, Grim?
I was gonna say I'm gonna whisper in Fingerum's ear. Yep, they're both mad.
They belong together.
Okay. Yep. You look through the pages, Sister Maria. And once you've pored over a few, the pages go blank, and he hands you back your.
And I hand him back his.
He already has it.
Oh, okay.
And he says, "Oh, you take a good care of this."
I'm done too.
And he says, "Are you sure you don't want me to finish your book for you?"
Oh, I'm well on the way to finishing it. I think there's another book I have to write. The Lord has been telling me.
He says, "Your book is missing a few pieces." a few choice pieces about how my people from the eastern deserts interacted with and Allah.
I'm sure we can work that out in an appendice.
He nods his head. He puts his book under his arm, and he looks to all of you, and he says, "Now, you said that you've misplaced your employer, Lowell.
Yeah, some of my memories.
And I expect you want to know what I know about Lowell."
Well, yes.
Very well, then. He tells you your Lowell's seeks a city, a lost city called Neruzavin. To learn the location, I taught him to seek the ancient writings of the Necronomicon.
Hmm.
He says that I told him where to find it, for it was fortunate in your world of, what was it, Gularian, I believe he called it, that the Necronomicon is there in the flesh.
All right.
It is held within a university of the occult called the Mysterium in the Kadiran city of Kathir.
Okay. So perhaps that's where he is going.
He says, I provided him the very same information. It is likely he has already made his way to Kathir. He puts his finger up, though. He says, be warned, however, your Lowell's isn't what he seems. From beyond the stars, the great old one, Zamendor, has infected him.
So do we be concerned? This just makes him more dangerous, right?
He nods and says, you should be concerned that he probably intends to use the stele left upon your world to bring it into Carcosa. Doing so would help fully waken the Great Old One. And for this task, Lowell's would undoubtedly become the Great Old One's champion.
Okay, that matches up sort of with what we already know from talking with the weird space squids.
Yeah, that
or
sounds
whatever.
like an Ehthon.
Oh my god.
We're saying.
Right.
Although this great old one, Zamindor, seems different from the other great old one we were hearing about. whose name began with an H, if I remember correct. Or the alias of the King in Yellow. Let me find it in my Hoster.
And what are you asking something about?
Yeah, I'm asking I'm saying that we understand that
You understand what?
we understand that yeah, Carcosa is probably looking to devour this,
Hmm.
and they've been working at it for eons. I ask if Hoster and Zamendor
Zamendor.
Zamendor. Yeah, sorry. I
I'll
added an
put how
R
you
there.
spell it.
I just was reading it wrong from my own notes.
Yeah, that's how you spell
If they, well, mine's easy.
it.
If they're in league with each other, I don't really know much about these great old ones.
And he says that he's not surprised you don't know very much about them. He says that these are things that are not meant for simple mortal minds. In fact, simply knowing about the great decaying rot that is Zamendor opens you to his influence.
Oh, lovely.
He says, and so that is how the great old one perpetuates itself infinitely. But as to your inquiry, if these two are related to each other, yes. Or you were saying if they were in league with each other?
Yeah.
He says that neither of them knows the meaning of allegiance to one another. They are simply both useful to each other.
I see.
Zamendor is incapable of scheming the schemes and plans that allow it to infest and take root within worlds. And so that is why the King in Yellow puts these plans into motion, letting the great rot do as it will.
Okay. I guess that explains why we found cultists of the King in Yellow wandering around whatever that place was.
And he says, I'm glad you understand. Now, I would leave you with one final an offer, a taste of the future, and perhaps your path. He makes a grand gesture with his free hand over the clear waters of the oasis. What do you guys do?
I'll accept his invitation because it was just a dream world anyway, right?
Yeah, true.
Okay, what do you do, Finger?
Well, you wanted me to go with him? Is that it?
Oh no, he made a sweeping gesture towards the oasis as if he's gesturing for you to go.
You want me to drink from it or something?
He says, if you wish, its waters are sparkling.
Alright.
But he says, go and see.
I go to the edge of the oasis.
All right. You look down and you see yourself, but you also start to see something else.
Okay.
You see your reflection, and then you begin to see a reflection of the last time you were here at the oasis. You see the mad poet making an offer to Lowell's, and in the reflection, Lowell's turns to a stupefied Fingrim, and then he grabs you and he pushes you underwater. Your face goes blank and distant, and a thin mist begins to leach from your head. And within the mist, you can see Lowell's greeting you within a busy market. You arriving with him at Iris Hill. You performing various tasks for him. And then finally, you being admitted to Briarstone Asylum.
And during that whole time I'm in Briarstone, or not, that's the name of the town, right? When I'm in the town there doing errands for him, like, do I still have that same, like, is it the same, like, before I went into the Oasis, I guess? Like, he took us back there and had me work for him over there after I, like, presumably that's where I lost my memories.
Yeah. And, like, suddenly you begin to remember everything that happened when you left after your failure of becoming a Blue Warder. You met a man who told you he was studying the occult and needed someone with arcane knowledge to help him. And he seemed like he was backed by quite a bit of wealth, and you being down on your luck, obliged to see where he was going with all this nonsense. And then things started to look a lot stranger from where you had first anticipated.
Mm-hmm.
And you remember performing all of these tasks and agreeing with him to go seek ancient knowledge with, and that takes you up to the point where he betrayed you. Does anybody else take the mad poet's off?
Yeah. I will.
All right, Kudu. And I'm assuming
will
Cormac
as well.
And what about Sister Maria?
I think Sister Maria is content with who he is now, and doesn't really want to have anything to do with this Elias Redford.
Okay. Well, Kudu and Cormac, you also look into your reflection, and things start to play out as they did for Fingrim, with the exception that you all begin to remember your specific memories. Okay. Kudu, you as you began to venture out and sell your art, it caught the attention of someone with wealth and notoriety. And this man, who introduced himself as Hazerton Lowells, expressed great interest in your artistic skill.
Ooh.
This turned into invitations to parties where he would show off some of the paintings that he bought and then started to commission you to draw for him. And you remember these parties being quite excessive and extravagant. Lots of eating and drinking and merrymaking. It's an indulgence after indulgence.
Sounds nice.
Yep, and all the while everyone complimented you on your. And while the allure of food and drink may not have grasped you, the constant admiration in your art is what kept you. Until one day, Lowells asks you to come to he gives you a very special invitation. And you remember being part of a very weird gathering where they performed some kind of ritual, and following him into a strange land, and then finally in your reflection you see him grabbing you and sacrificing you under the water, just like Fingrim saw.
Oh my.
Yep, your penchant for art was very valuable was a very valuable sacrifice. And Cormac, you came from Lastwall, right?
Yep.
Yep. You travel, and you're or were we still going with you're looking for?
Yeah.
Okay. You remember looking for your brother, and while you were looking for him, you met a man who said that he was looking for someone with a lot of muscle, and he was offering to pay quite a significant sum for just a bodyguard or a mercenary.
Okay.
So you remember that you begin working for Hazerton Lowells, and all the while he keeps giving you work that kind of starts to exploit your short temper. And you remember a man that he told you to remove from his premises, the man in Thrushmore that you lost your temper with and beat to death.
Damn. Okay.
You followed Lowells into one of his rituals, and as you crossed these weird locations, you see yourself by that pool with a stupefied look, and then him throwing you down into it, holding you underwater, and sacrificing you. But yeah, one by one, you guys start to regain your memories, with the exception of Sister Marie.
Uh-huh.
And the bad poet looks to all of you and says, "Yes, you remember, don't you?"
Yes.
Kudu looks a little frazzled about the water.
I remember
Yeah.
the series of failures that have led me to this location.
And he smiles. And he looks at you, Sister Marie, and he says, "Are you not curious?"
I do not know this Elias Redford fellow. I have heard the word of the Lord, and I have turned a new leaf. May my past sins have been forgiven and forgotten.
He says that, Elias would like to hear that very much, I'm sure. Are you prepared to tell him yourself?
Sure.
Okay. And as he says that, he grins and says that I wish you the best of. And he starts to walk back into his house. And he does. He closes the door.
All right.
And the rest of you, especially the ones that are still by the water, you glance back for whatever reason. Maybe, I don't know. There's just kind of like the neutral state that your body was in while you were looking towards the oasis. But you guys see your reflections there, and they're kind of odd. You see your reflections, but they're all blank faced. Where you know that you are like, you're not just, staring awkwardly. But suddenly, these reflections leap from the water.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. This was right here. No, I was right. Yeah. Your reflections leap from the water. And Sister Maria, you do see yours too, and it looks the most perturbed. And it says to you, you never gave me a chance, but now I'm going to take it. And we'll end here for tonight.
Oh boy.
Oh no! Well, I'm gonna have to defeat my doppelganger.
Yeah,
I see why he wanted
welcome
our
to the
character
final
sheet.
encounter of the book. This is an encounter that you guys theoretically could gone in at any level. But it'll definitely be the toughest.
Yeah, it's a fucking. Of course it is. They have all of our abilities.
Yeah, but I'm actually slightly better than that version of the character sheet because I have +2 to my int now.
I have
it has it.
my strength.
Oh, he has it too.
They have all of your strengths and weaknesses. And you're not the only ones with a sun blade and a vorpal sword.
That's
But
fine.
do you know how to play my character?
Well, fortunately, I have another week to look at your characters.
Oh, yeah. Kudu's newest utility is she can summon elementals, so...
Oh, nice.
That. Yeah.
Well, okay, so I will tell you guys that for two reasons, I'm not going to play your characters optimally. For one, I probably won't know how to play it as well as you guys do within a week. And I know that if I do play your characters optimally, like a war game, it's going to be a really, really hairy encounter.
Well, it's...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's basically at that point entirely up to luck if both are played optimally.
What I want to do is give you guys an opportunity to see like where your own strengths and weaknesses lie with your own abilities, and I'll probably have the reflections make choices based on like the inverse of your personalities or something to do with them. Like, as you can see, Sister Maria's reflection is very cross with him.
Oh.
Yeah. I know what I want to. Like, if I had downtime to retrain, I know what I would actually change on this character. Which would be, I would retrain one of my Magus Arcanas to a different Magus Arcana. So I could get like Arcane Accuracy or something. Because that's been the issue, really, is just some high AC things. Sometimes I just can't hit them.
Yep. But that will be it for tonight. I hope you guys had fun. I had fun getting to that last part there. I really like that last part.
Yeah, it was fun.
And yeah, just some out of character information. The Mad Poet does have a name. His name is Abdul Al-Hazred, and he is actually holding the Necronomicon because he's the one who.
Huh.
What?
Abdul Al-Hazred, the Mad Poet, created the Necronomicon.
Oh, okay.
Or at least the one that he's talking about that's on Galarian. And he is from Earth.
Yeah, I kind of gathered that much.
The real Abdul Al-Hazred has long been dead. But when he discovered secrets that led him to cast his psyche into the great beyond, it created that fragment that calls itself the Mad Poet. Much like how Lowell's psyche fragmented and created the Yellow King.
Well, as far as I can tell, the Yellow King is a much more pleasant fellow than this Hasserton Lulz.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean,
eccentric, but pleasant.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he's the eccentric, but still kind of like, oh, happy person.
Right.
Instead of the eccentric, evil person. But that's who you should be on the trail of.
Mm-hmm.
Right after you guys deal with yourselves.
Oh.
Because they've been here for quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
They've been here waiting for you to
Damn
come back
myself.
and finally,
And I
fix them.
I guess that's also the thing. After after we do finish this, if all we're doing is sitting on the boat, I might actually be able to retrain. Although, if I want to train the Arcana, that's going to be a problem because I don't know if I have anybody that can, like, on the boat that's going to be like, yeah, I can help you learn this Arcana. Like, normally I think you're supposed to, usually with retraining rules, you have to find somebody who like,
We have
knows
a
how
bunch
to
of
do it.
books.
We do have a bunch of books, so maybe they'll be like, is there a manual about being a magus? So I can learn how to not,
Maybe.
how to retrain my I know you normally you also spend like you send money in a week or whatever to do it, but yeah. But yeah, because I have two options basically to like fix. Like I don't think I necessarily need the concentrate Magus Arcana, especially at this point. I think it was probably decent when I got it, but nowadays I don't need it as much because my concentration roll is so good anyway that most of the time I just don't fail on those checks anyway, and I can take penalties to my attack roll anyway to like increase it if I really want to like for sure get it off. But and also we probably won't be doing Dream World stuff as much for a little while.
Yeah.
I'm sure we're gonna be back in there at some point, but for a little while at least we're not gonna be doing it as much. So I don't need it for like being able to wake up when things go really poorly. But I have two options there. I could either get Arcane Accuracy, which lets me as a swift action use an Arcane Pool to like give myself plus my Intelligence bonus to attack rolls for a turn, which is pretty good. That'd be a +6 to attacks.
Yeah, that's a good one.
The other option that is pretty good as well is I think actually the Arcane Insight one might be better for me. But the other one that's pretty good is I can get the one that lets me add the Brilliant Energy
That's always good.
improvement to my weapon with the arcane pool. It makes it so I have to use an extra thing. But a thing is there's a lot of times where I want to like put the speed and bonus on if I don't have haste anymore, or like I don't know, being able to enhance my weapon with other properties besides making it to hit touch AC, and giving us a +6 to attack is probably pretty equivalent to hitting touch AC.
Yeah. Alrighty.
So,
Well,
but
I'm
yeah,
gonna call it.
yep, take care,
Yep.
Grim.
that's probably what I'm gonna do. Otherwise, level
See
11, I can take it then.